What's up, guys? This is episode 52 of the Daily BE, and today I am sporting the summer suit, the wool and linen blend, and a short sleeve dress shirt. You don't see any shirt cuffs, and that's partly because here in the Denver area, I'm filming this mid-March, and we've definitely had a very early spring. It is super warm outside, approaching 80 degrees if you can believe it. And obviously we're kind of in the mindset here in the BE office of summer style. So coincidentally we got in a handful of pocket squares, and these are cotton. Very colorful, very unique, so is this one. And I wanted to kind of reiterate that when we look at pocket squares, they usually need to match the fabric of your jacket. Pretty close, as a general rule. So that means your nicer woolen suits, like the darker suit that I wear a lot of times with the peak lapels, it looks a lot better with a silk pocket square, obviously. And then in summertime, when suits and everything else in the style realm kind of gets more casual, and we're not so afraid of wrinkles like we usually are, and whether it's linen or a linen blend or a cotton suit or a full linen suit, you kind of want to match that more textural weave with a less sophisticated looking pocket square. And that usually means something like a cotton that has a different feel to it, and therefore a different look. And I'll show you in a second here, because the ways that we fold it, it's going to have a different feel to it, which is kind of cool. And so as a case study, I'll give you a close-up on this guy, and then I'll compare it to a couple very silk pocket squares to kind of show you what I'm talking about. So without further ado, let's take a closer look. This is, again, the jacket I was just wearing. And here's a closer peek at the cotton pocket square. You can kind of see, and again, it's easier in person, obviously. So if you can find one in a local store, or if you have one in your closet to kind of take a peek at this, I think it'll help. But the textures are just a much better match, and the feel, the way that the pocket square is kind of holding up, even though it's just folded, looks a lot better on this real textural, again, this is the unstructured coat, a very relaxed summer suit. And contrast that with, here's my very sleek kind of go-to all-around navy suit. And even though the color scheme could certainly work for this, you can kind of get the feel, I think, that it's just a more casual pocket square. And even little things like, some of the loose threads, which aren't necessarily a problem, but this kind of gives us feel that it's a much more casual thing, whereas everything else is much more formal and sleek and sophisticated. So contrast that with, let's say, for instance, one of the go-to pocket squares that you've probably seen me wear before, that is silk, and just has a much better feel, where it's going to, and this is tough with one hand, but just kind of complements the rest of the suit much better. And that's especially true, if we had instead of inserting the cotton pocket square just with a subtle fold, if it was a little bit more kind of reverse poofed like this, where, it just seems to work a lot better with this whole look over here. And of course, the color scheme here kind of depends on your dress shirt and tie and everything else that you're doing. But I think the takeaway here is that, there's definitely a reason why in the summer months, when we get a lot more casual in style, and the fabrics start to get a little bit more textural, a little bit more casual looking, not only in feel, but also the way that they appear, we tend to kind of mirror those fabrics. And that means if you have a cotton or a linen suit, you should find something very similar in your accessories, whether it's a pocket square or your necktie for that matter, which we should get to in a subsequent episode. So that's the takeaway. Let me know your thoughts. What do you think? Are you able to pull off a silk pocket square in a more casual suit? Let me know what you do and why. And don't forget to subscribe. We'll be back, and we'll have another topic for another day. Thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate it.